we're going to show you how to create an apps with the app Inventor. Now just make sure you use app Inventor too. Okay, now you may prepare your phone or your emulator by following the instructions how to install those. Now if you want to use your phone, you might want to download you can go to Play Store, okay, and you can look at that now, your Play Store if you have your phone, and go to MIT AI2 companion. Okay, so this is just instruction if you want to install app. Okay, but if you have phone, you can just go to let me type it here, MIT AI2 companion. Okay, and download that Play Store. Okay, on the Play Store and type that and download that app. That is just to test. Now this is just talking about install it onto Windows. Okay, if you don't have Android phones, you can install the emulator. After install, you follow instruction, download installer. You're gonna have something like since the screen not captured, I just hover the mouse, it's gonna be AI starter. It looks like that. Okay, it's just like an icon, like an Android icon. This is an emulator if you don't have the phone to test. You can also use the connector through the USB to your phone if you don't want to download the MIT AI2 apps on your phone. Alright, so that's how to set up the environment. So now to create, you just need to have your Gmail account. Okay, if you're a Northern Virginia Community College student, you already have an account, which is because your student email is Gmail. Alright, so after that, you just going to access to this, use your email to log in, and this is just like a user interface, right? Like we have done something like create something on computer. Normally you have the user interface one, and then you have the code one, right? Just like when you do access, you have forms, right? Design view, and then you have the other view where you actually can create it, right? So like in the river, you have the design view, split code view, something like that. Look at this, you put a code, you have this. Same thing on the phone. This is a design view, this is your phone, right? How you want it to look like if I want to have a button, I just going to choose the button and I drag the button and drop it in, right? So let's create a new project. You can name the project my talk to me. Okay, so I'm going to create a button that I place and it's going to talk to me. So I'm going to go to the button. Like I said, I will need a button, drag it and drop it. Now I'm not worried about layout. You can just make the layout later. And this is the view that you see. This is going to be the components that you have on your screen. Now our requirements, we require you to use at least 6 components. So that means you just use one of those. This is called one, right? Now you can set the properties of your components. You can change the background color of the buttons, right? You can also add an image. So that's the button, right? And you can remove the text, right? All right, so I'm going to press the button of this guy, and this guy is going to talk to us. How do we make it talk? So we're going to need more components, which is on the palettes here. We have layout, media. It should be something like media, right? You can make a camcorder, record the videos. You can make like camera, like player, image picker, make a sound, speech recognizer, text to speech. Let's try that. Like I said, I'm going to hit this and he's going to talk. Alright, so we need two components. You can pick the language, country. Alright, so now we're going to leave it as default text. So we're done with the design, let's say. Now we need to switch to the blocks, like where the coding is going to go. But the fun part about the app inventor is everyone know how to play puzzles. So we have to make a puzzles. And this is where the components come, right? You have buttons. The button, when you click the button, what do you want it to do? You want it to say something, right? Text to speech, right? You can set the language too. So I want to speak. You snap it in. So when you make the puzzle right, then you hear the snap, right? And the message that one. So you go to text here, and you put the right there. Hello, student. Do not forget your project due next Thursday, right? All right, so we're done. Now we're done. We're going to need to. You don't have to worry about saving the projects. You can do so, but normally it's going to save by default. Okay, just like when you use Google Doc, it's saved by itself. This is just like Google Doc, but this is Google App, MIT, right? MIT and Google just make this for us to create apps. So to test this, like I said, you can do connect to emulator or to your phone. If you have phone that you download MIT AI2 companion, you can just use AI companion here. It's going to create the barcode here, or the, you don't call barcode, you call code. I don't remember the name. What's that barcode called? Alright, so QR code, right? That's called QR code. And then you just scan that code. After you have the app, you scan it. And then, there you go. I'm going to.
Hello student, do not forget your project due next Thursday.
And now, if you don't have phone, you can use emulator. If you don't have the Android phone, you can use emulator. I'm gonna reset the connection. And if you use our school machine, it's already installed this AI starter, but it's gonna take a while to load it up. Okay, it's just slow. So the easiest way, just use a phone here. Well, I said you can just follow instruction earlier to download right here. When you Google mitai2.edu, you get the like MIT App Inventor 2. Make sure you get the 2 one, get the setting up, and it's going to take you to show you how to download and install that. Like this one is recommended, the one I just shown you. You can have the tablets too. Tablet works too. Okay. Or iPod. No, not iPod. The Google device. Any OS on Android, right? Android OS. Like if you want to use emulator, you just need to do this to test. Install on Mac. You can do on Mac too. See that? You can install on Windows or Unix or Linux. Okay. And it's going to show the instruction through that. Alright, and that should be the phone for emulator. Set up emulator. We show you design user interface. Let me show you again. So the user interface is this part, the designer part. Right, this is the user interface, right? How you want it to look. Okay. Create blocks. That means the puzzle part, right? So when you click blocks, right? Okay. Generate QR code from build app. Okay, so like for example, I'm done with this app and I want to submit this. I can just do the build, okay, and it's going to provide a QR code for APK, okay, or you can save the APK to my computer, okay. So either one. So now I'm going to pick the save APK. So this APK is just like if you email this, you attach this to your friend just open it and install on the phone, then your friend can have this app running on your phone. Okay. So this is how it's going to package that. Or if you do the QR code, you just email the QR code, right? So let's say I'm going to save the file, right? Talk to me APK right there, right? So if I want to email, you can just do attach to email, and when you open it, it's going to install on your phone or your friend's phone. Now that's how you generate a QR code. But I show you with the second option. You can do with the first one. I mean with the APK package, right? First one is going to generate the barcode for you. Alright, so since we're waiting, and we just attach them as submit on the blackboard. Okay, now let's look at this is resource that you can use. Pretty much just go to the list. Let's check that out, what we have here. So this is a QR code that we're talking about. It's valid for 2 hours when you want to share it. Okay, but in order to submit this, I would recommend you to do the second one, okay, which is save APK to my computer. Otherwise, it's going to be for the QR code is only valid for 2 hours, right? So use this one instead, okay? So just change that on your handout, right? And now requirements. Okay, before requirement, let's look at what we have on here. So this is just tutorials that you can go and watch. So those are resources, get started. So that's why I provide on the sheet here. Now you require to post the app topic under discussion board. You require to present this, okay, on the Android device or emulator, that to make sure it works. Make a change to tutorial videos if you happen to watch some videos